According to the Bible, God made the whole earth in 6 days, but according to the locals here, on the 7th day, he took the whole of that time to make this city. It's the home of samba, soccer, and the carnival capital of the world. This is Rio. Woo!
Known as a marvellous city, Rio de Janeiro is on the southeast coast of Brazil. Spread around the Guanabara Bay, its famous beaches border the South Atlantic Ocean. There are 155 million people in Brazil. 11 million of them live in Rio. Its colonial legacy is a melting pot of Portuguese settlers and African slaves.
This is the old heart of Rio. Sugarcane, gold and coffee once made Rio one of the greatest cities of the colonial age. But now, if you're looking for cheap accommodation, this is the area to come to. You speak English? Any?
Pouco.
All right, that's all right, I've got, here we are. Yeah, I've got me phrase book. Posso vero quoto?
Pode.
What's that you say?
One people.
Yeah, one person.
I'm on 360.
How do I? Right. Obrigado.
De nada.
Obrigado. That's, thank you. Fluent. Obrigado. Only comes to about 35 Ria, which is just under $20 for a night. I'm actually quite lucky to get a room because it's carnival, but hopefully I won't be spending much time here anyway. Let's see what. Ooh, yeah. Does that say carnival or what? Cha 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 cha. Wow. Taking a trip to the seaside, the Copacabana beach. Told me that this is where you catch the buses from. Trouble is, the bus stop's not that clear. The hospital will be easier. Woo! Stop, please stop, please stop. Whoa!
Rio is divided into the poor north and the richer south. 9 out of 10 buses going south from the centre will take you to Copacabana.
This is it, I'm quite happy now because the buses in Rio are fast and cheap, so it shouldn't take long. The trouble is every bus driver thinks that he's urban centre, and they joke in Rio and say it's like an amusement park, and this is one big white knuckle ride.
Copacabana has one of the highest population densities in the world, with 250,000 people squeezed along a half-mile strip of beach.
in the 30s, anybody who was anybody would fly down to the Copacabana beach and party all night long. But for the people who live here now, it is no longer a rich man's playground. In fact, the beach is Rio.
Rio's inhabitants are called cariocas, and for them, the beach is not just a pastime, but a lifelong obsession. Gym, cafe, park and pickup area. The people of Rio define themselves by what they do and where they go here.
As I'm down on the beach, I thought I'd better get the lowdown, and Roberto here and her friends are going to tell me what's what, so I don't get it wrong. What is the most important thing that I've got to know about the beach?
Rule number 1,
Yeah?
golden rule,
Yeah?
no clothes.
No clothes?
No.
Naked?
No. Take off your shoes.
Take off your shoes first, yeah? Am I a bit overdressed for the beach?
Yeah, a little.
A little.
Definitely.
Is little...
Yeah, look around. First thing you gotta do is look around.
Right, okay.
Okay, so what do you see?
Flesh.
Flesh, yeah.
Okay, what else?
Get off my towel.
Get off your
Conga.
towel. You what? You conga?
Yeah.
Get off... No, I've got
Yeah,
a sandy
don't
bum.
throw-
But am I allowed, as a bloke, am I allowed to bring one of these to the beach and sit on it?
No.
No. Why? Is that just not cool?
Yeah.
Just come to the beach and meet some girls
Yeah.
and sit on their kangas, you
Yeah.
know.
Do you always come to this section of the beach?
Yeah.
We come here just to see our friends. And
So it's like a social
with them.
thing. You know that there's going to be a lot of people around
Yeah.
that are friends. What is it about the beach life in Brazil? Because it's
All
not
about
just...
the life
yeah.
in Brazil.
Yeah? Is it true you got sand in your blood and not...
maybe
yeah? Not blood, just sand.
That's because we live at the beach.
it's a social event, the beach.
Right, I'm going to try really hard to blend in and be beach man.
You will?
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, well, it takes a little, you know.
That's
Can't
going to
make-
take more than 2 weeks,
Can't
isn't it?
work miracles, you know.
Excuse me. What? What, the beach? Where's the beach? Oh, it's... beach is that way. This game is unbelievable. It's like football, volleyball. You're not allowed to use your hands. And apparently it started on the beach because in the 60s, before 2 o'clock, no one was allowed to play football. So they sort of made this little game up. I was going to have a go, but it's just I've still got trouble with this gammy knee that I've been having, you know? No, I'm still, yeah.
The Centro district dates from the Portuguese founding of the city in 1502, but today it bears witness to Rio's love affair with modern architecture in the 70s.
This is it.
Rio's last remaining tram, or bondino, runs from the centre of town and takes you back in time to the colonial district of Santa Tereza.
Hey! What's good about this journey you're a skinflint traveller or you're a local, you can hang off the edge like this and it's free. But I ain't on that much of a cheap budget. Woo!
Santa Tereza's wealthy inhabitants moved here in the 19th century to escape the heat and yellow fever of the lower parts of the city.
Santa Tereza's most notorious resident, Ronnie Biggs, the ex-train robber, escaped from the UK, now lives here in Rio. It's become a bit of a tourist attraction, and if you're lucky, you can meet him at his local restaurant just down here on Saturdays. If you ain't done a runner.
Sentenced to 30 years for his part in the Great Train Robbery of 1963, Ronnie Biggs escaped from jail and went on the run. Resident here since 1971, he remains a wanted man in the UK.
How many times have you told the story?
Oh, hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what I always do. I'll look upon myself as maybe like an actor on a stage, you know, doing an Agatha Christie piece, you know, year after year after year, and he has to get on the stage and say his lines.
That's cool. Well, and if you was what would you say if you're going to write a guidebook on Rio? What are the sort of the main points?
It's the place to be.
Yeah. Do many tourists come?
I do a lot of trade at carnival time.
Yeah. What do you do?
I do a barbecue, as much food as you can eat, as much booze as you can handle. I charge $60 a time.
Yeah.
You can swim, you can play pool, and you can listen to the adventure story of a lifetime.
Right, yeah. Where's this, at your house?
Yeah, I do it in the backyard.
So let's go through what we got here on.
Okay, this is sun-dried meat, right?
Sun-dried? Well, they leave it out to hang for a while?
They do indeed, yes. And that is this little bean thing, right? That's paropa, this stuff here that looks like sawdust.
Yeah. And this looks...
And that is a thing called macaxeira, and that is that's
like chips.
Well, yeah, but it is poisonous to begin with.
Is it?
Yeah, they pull all the poison out of it, and it becomes this delightful thing which is known as macaxeira.
Cheers, Ron. Thanks for that.
Come again. $60 next time.
Yeah. Just getting the tourist train to the top of Corcovado, and it's the image that has kept postcard sellers in business for about 60 years. You know, it's that statue right on the top of the mountain of Christ like that. No, Corcovado? Yeah, retail. 15. Wow, that's about $10. Expensive. Obrigado.
Built in 1884, the railway to Rio's most famous tourist site provides fantastic views on the way up to the 2,300 feet Corcovado mountain.
Each year, 250,000 tourists take this train. Of course, that amount of money is not overlooked by the robbers. And last year, this train was hit, and 120 people got robbed.
Many people told me about some crime in hotels, that people with the guns.
I have been tried to be pickpocketed 2 times already in the subway station.
I bought a money belt to put around me. I was wearing that all the time, hugging myself when I first got here.
I try to look as little as a tourist as possible.
If you take the normal care, then it shouldn't be too worrying actually.
They told me there are lots of robberies and criminals. I didn't see it. I don't want to see them.
I mean, I don't want to hark on about it, but the guidebook mentions it, and everyone I've met mentions it, that crime in Rio is quite high. So best to take their advice. Only go out with the money you need for that day. Maybe not even wear a watch. And if you've got a camera, keep it hidden. But there's no need to be paranoid about it. Ah, look at that. I can't believe it. All this way and can't see a thing. God. But the best thing I like about the statue is the fact that people of Rio love it so much that they've named a carnival band after it, and it's called Sovaco de Cristo, and it means Christ's armpit odour.
Completed on the 12th of October 1931, The 130 feet high statue of Christ the Redeemer remains Rio's defining landmark. Day 3, and I'm taking in the huge Tijuca National Park. If the heart of Rio is the beach, then this 70 square mile tropical jungle is its lungs.
What's mad about this, that it's a rainforest smack bang in the middle of Rio. It's the biggest inner city park in the world. It's so big, people even get lost for days in it.
The first Portuguese settlers chopped the local forest down for fuel and planted coffee here, but the effect was so disastrous on the Rio climate that the hills of Tijuca were reforested in the 19th century. Another natural wonder that's found a modern use is the peak at Pedra Bonita.
This is Paolo, and he's the Birdman of Rio.
Thank you.
And apparently the only way, really, to see Rio is from the air, jumping off that ramp.
It's one of the best way, I'm sure.
How long have you been doing?
I've been flying for 12 years.
12 years.
People used to tell me, the fear becomes immediately a pleasure.
Right.
And people, I don't know if I can say that here.
Yeah.
People think that it's too close to a sex feeling.
Is it?
Something like that. I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
I like
we're
flying.
doing a tandem jump. Huh?
Okay, but don't get so close to me, okay?
But am I supposed to have a parachute?
I keep this bag here in case you want to bring your camera. In case you get sick, you can... Never stop by the end of the ramp. Just run in there, okay? Yeah. Can we go?
We can go.
Então vai rápido. Have a nice flight.
Thank you. Blimey, that's a lot of wind, man.
1, 2, 3, and go.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Wow, that was a good takeoff, that. We went straight up. Woo!
São Conrado. We call Pepino That's the facts going down.
Tandem jumps aren't cheap, but $100 seems fair enough for the experience of a lifetime.
And we don't have to run, but just in case, we run when we touch the ground.
Yeah.
One, 2, and 3. Yeah. Good.
Woo.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Although well off the tourist trail, it's impossible to ignore Rio's notorious shanty towns, known as the favellas.
There are 480 favelas just like this in Rio, housing almost 2 million people. But as a visitor, you'll rarely set foot inside them. For one thing, it's dangerous. But now there's like new tours, so you can actually see how 1/3 of the people of Rio live.
A pioneer of favela tourism, Marcelo Armstrong is an expert guide to the city within the city.
People that don't come to the favelas because they feel afraid. People are generally afraid of the unknown. If they get to know the place, they will know if there are reasons or not to be afraid.
What sort of people live in favelas?
Mostly the people who come from the countryside looking for better opportunities. And most of them work in town, live here. This is not a place that you come and see people begging on the streets or asking for money or looking hungry. It's not at all that. It's a poor area, but it's not a miserable area.
And how does the favela run?
Here, I would say more drug dealers are in charge. But this would be representing one part of the favela. We'll have another one where we have thousands of people here living. Friendly, hardworking, spontaneous people. Most of the samba schools, they do come from here. But few people remember that. They only see the product and they never come here to visit who make the product. These people here.
What are we going to drink here?
2 açaís.
Açaís?
2 açaís, por favor.
What are they? What are açaís?
It's a typical local drink you have. It's from a kind of an Amazon fruit.
Right, so everyone
it's like a whole meal. It's very strong.
Like a whole meal?
Yeah.
Like Guinness?
Yeah, it's like a whole meal, breakfast.
Yeah. That was quick service in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
wow. Is it nice and healthy? Doesn't look good. It doesn't taste bad. Oh, it's cold. You know when it gets a bit cold and it goes down?
Yeah, gives headache.
Okay. Thanks, Marcelo. Certainly an education.
Thank you.
The whole thing, even this as well.
I hope you like it.
Rio's open-air markets offer local food and excellent bargain hunting, but they really come alive after dark.
This is the San Cristobal market. Happens every Saturday night. It actually started out as a market for all the people from the northeast of Brazil who now live in Rio, but it's turned into one massive yeehaw!
And the reason for that is Faho, the accordion-driven music of the northeast that turns a night at the market into Saturday night fever. Well, I didn't pick up any of the dance steps, but hey, at least I got involved.
What is it? Cachaça. Cachaça. Okay. That thing.
At 40% proof, this sugarcane liquor has got to be handled with care.
You know it, you know it.
Day 5, and I'm making a short trip across the bay to the Museum of Contemporary Art at Niterói. The Museum of Contemporary Art is one of Rio's most modernist buildings.
It's a lovely example of a Niemeyer. Oh, sorry, that's Oscar Niemeyer, who's probably Brazil's most famous architect. Apparently designed this in a restaurant, and it's based on a champagne glass. Personally, I think it was abducted by aliens.
No less futuristic is Rio's world-famous temple to soccer, Maracana.
I had to come here! The Maracana Stadium! Biggest stadium in the world, 200,000 people when it shot the block. Ain't a sport out here, it's a religion.
Botafogo and Flamengo are both Rio teams. Short of a World Cup semi-final, emotions don't run higher than at local matches like this.
Chelsea? There's always trouble. It's sad but true.
My team just told me that now everyone's going for a little rumble round the back, bit about bop, 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 bop. And then at end of half-time they'll come back and support, but I think he's making it up.
No other country in the world can match the Brazilian passion for soccer, both on and off the pitch. Flamengo were ahead, but their jubilation was short-lived. In the final moment, Botafogo scored. Flamengo fans were having none of it.
Own goal, wasn't it?
I didn't see it quite well.
It was an own goal.
I didn't see it.
I saw it.
Day 6.
I'm going to Parachi, and this is where all the buses are coming down this road, because there's no bus stop, you just flag them down, but I've just got to try and recognise Parachi on the front. Parachi, Parachi, ja, 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 ja.
One of the world's most beautiful coastal roads, Highway 101, runs along the Costa Verde to Parachi. There are 6 buses a day, and the journey takes about 4 hours.
Used to be an old colonial boomtown. All the gold from the interior used to come to this port, then go to Portugal. But then someone built a railway and the gold went to Rio, leaving this place in the lurch for about 150 years. That's why it's so well preserved and a great place to come. First, got to find a hotel.
Apart from the peak season between December and February, it's easy to find somewhere inexpensive to stay.
Bathroom, hot shower.
It's like King's bed there.
The key.
Yeah, okay.
The price, yeah, $25.
$25 for one night, yeah?
Including breakfast.
Great,
yeah.
sounds good to me.
Okay, ciao.
Just go and see my subjects. Thanks.
Ciao.
Oh, yeah.
Copper and gold used to come from the interior. These days, Parachi's famous for a more dangerous product, cachaça.
This cachaça? Yeah. That's all the juice? Yeah. Oh. Nah, not to touch that. Yeah. Oh, you got to taste it. That's just the start of the process, yeah? Well, this is the real stuff. Okay, go on then. I'll risk some.
Que cachaça?
None of your cheap factory rubbish here. This is the purest you're gonna get. Oh, wow. Ooh, that smells strong. Okay. Oh, God.
Good.
Oh, yeah, go. Oh, yeah. I agree. Oh. Parachee's perfect, except one thing. It ain't got a beach. But I've been told if I follow this path, I'll come to a natural swimming pool. This is brilliant. It's like Aqualand without the slides. Yeah? What down there?
Obrigado, bastante.
But would they have tea? Whoa. Yeah? Okay. I'm going for a giant one. There's a big one called the Old General out there and I'm gonna get it. Ah! Wow.
Vou soltar.
Yeah, chuck it back. You see. Look at that. Throw it back.
Olha lá, ô.
It's the kind of fishermen we are.
Brisa que vem marinheira de Itaipu. Tem sabor e cheiro de azul.
There are 300 beaches around Parachee. If you want to get to the best, you'll have to go by boat.
Tudo que a vida.
This is it, law of the jungle. Always eat what you catch. Oh, that's my fish. Oh, yes. Oh, look at this, what can be better than this? Fresh fish that you caught yourself. Fried manioc, lovely. Washed down with Brazilian champagne guaraná.
My time in Parachee was over. I had to get back to Rio for its world-famous carnival. In the week before Rio's Carnival Parade, districts hold their own street parties during the day. The one in Ipanema is a particular favourite for Rio's transvestite community.
But now they all go mad. Here it's got to be the maddest in Rio. 24 hours for a whole week.
Today's street parties are the most informal part of carnival celebrations. A heady cocktail of sweat, rum and beer. Anyone can get involved.
What's going to happen the rest of the week? Woo!
If the street parties leave you hungry for more, you can always get involved in the main carnival parade.
The mad thing about the carnival and what I've just found out when I got here is anyone can go in for it. You can't just turn up, you've got to go to a few rehearsals. And there's about 14 samba schools which are going to do the carnival. I'm going to rehearsal tonight. It's in the rough part of town, so I've got myself a cab. But, you know, I'm up for it. It'll be good. This is it. This is the school of samba. It's not quite how I expected. I thought it was going to be in a little room with wooden floorboards and mirrors and, you know, old women going, this is where you start painting sweat.
The samba schools are neighbourhood associations who work all year round to create the songs, the costumes and the floats for the big carnival parade.
I can't believe it! How am I going to find someone to teach me to dance in here?
Portuguese de Polaris is one of the smaller samba schools in Rio, but in the week leading up to the main parade, rehearsals are at fever pitch. Freed African slaves gave the Portuguese a heavy dose of rhythm. Samba is what drives the carnival. For an outsider, it's a case of look and learn. Day 8, and it was time for me to join my samba school for its hour of glory.
Well, I got my costume and arrived here eventually. The problem is now I've got to find my samba school. I haven't got a clue. Caprichosis? No?
Stradi sound.
Stradi sound. Caprichosis,
Speaking
You seen one like that?
No, it's different.
Oh. Caprichosis? I've got to find out where I've got to be. This is my costume. Yeah. Get it on. Ah, see.
Okay.
So have a look at that and then go and have to, yeah.
Aguarda.
What's that say?
Yeah. Friends of Mr. Pitangui. You know him?
Right, yeah. Not yet. But
you are a friend of him.
Yeah, we like that.
Okay, so you are at the back.
Right, okay.
In front of the last car.
Right, okay. I know what my wing is now, because that's what it's section wing. It's Friends of Pitangui. And he's the geezer that the whole of this school and procession is about. Actually, Pitangui is a plastic surgeon, and this is Nicky Lauder, and he put half his face back together. I think I need a word with him.
I'm the first car.
Oh, right, you're on the first car of the Pitangui.
I'm an apple.
You're in an nipple?
An apple, yes.
Apple, aye. Let's have a look at it, come on.
Yes.
Chuck it on. Someone's taking the bite out of that one. Grrr. Where are you going to be? Right at the beginning?
An apple.
Yay!
2 hours later, and there's still no sign of Pitangui or his friends.
This is definitely it, but there's no one with the same costume as this, but I'm going to get changed anyway.
Taking part in the parade will cost you up to $300, but as a souvenir, you can't beat a carnival costume.
Now I've got to find people that look like me.
At last, I found my samba school.
This is the main man. This is Pitangui himself. He's a bit busy at the moment, but I'm going to try and muscle in and have a chat with him. I'm going to be dancing for you. I'll be in there, man, on your little float.
You make the glory of the school.
When we get in there, it's going to be an hour of solid dance. Woo!
More than just a party, Carnival Parade is a serious competition. Its arena, the massive Sambadrome. With up to 5,000 dancers in each school, the parade is an awesome spectacle. Competing to outdo the others, floats, costumes and dance steps. The winning school is hailed as the pride of Brazil. Each samba school has a theme, often a political message or some social comment, but this can be hard to find among the thousands of glitzy costumes, half-naked bodies and pulsating drums.
O jardim da inspiração, doando aos homens o valor do seu cinzel, do barro à vida uma dádiva do céu, de Afrodite ao chão negra do amor. Todas as queixas têm um encanto sedutor. Amor, 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 me leva que eu vou caprichar. Minha alma narcisista, nas botas de ouro eu vou buscar. Amor, me leva que eu vou caprichar. Minha alma narcisista, nas botas de ouro eu vou buscar. A imagem e semelhança do Senhor, restaurada pelas mãos do professor. A autoestima em cada ego despertar. Obra divina. Madness.
60 minutes later and it's all over. It's just time for the sweepers to get to work before the next samba school parades.
Man, that was untrue. It all starts when you're outside and the tension builds up and you're waiting and then the whistles go and the fireworks and when you come down to the arena where everyone is, it's just absolute madness and you hit it, everyone's cheering and then it's like a dream for about an hour just there, just looking up the haze of sort of like dancer and just craziness and then you come out and you want to go again. Oh, it was just brilliant. Oh.
The main reason we came to Rio was to see the carnival.
It was great, amazing. Like what kind of money they must have put like on all those costumes.
Especially I like the drums and so on. Everybody was dancing and so on. It's really nice, I think.
What about the bikinis and the girls?
Yeah.
The whole feeling there was, it was like big football stadium kind of atmosphere.
It was just electric. It was amazing. I wouldn't have given that up for the world.
Day 9.
If the street carnival is for the ordinary person to dress up like a king or a princess, then if you are a king and princess or you're just stinking rich, then you go to carnival balls. This is the biggest one of the lot, the Copacabana, and I'm gonna muscle in. La, la, da, 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 la, da, da.
At $300 a ticket, the Copacabana Palace Ball is a to-die-for event for Brazil's rich elite.
What are you doing here tonight?
I'm gonna make movies here.
Oh, are you?
Yes,
That's cool.
Yeah, I make movies in LA.
You need a big star.
All right.
I'm looking for the champagne. Yeah, we were looking for the champagne.
Gate crashes. Security.
We pay.
Oh, yes.
We are rich.
Oh, all right. Everyone's rich here. No, I'm not complaining on that end, but I think I've got to go somewhere that's a bit more wild.
And when it comes to wild, there's nothing in the world to touch the Scala Gay Ball. The gay capital of South America, Rio's carnival balls are surreal and erotic events, where the women are women and quite a lot of the men are too.
Oh, obrigado. Well, that was my 3 days before Lent of going crazy, and geez, I've never partied up. This is the place to do it in Rio. I got my coconut now, got the sunrise. I'm still wide awake, I don't know why. And I'm not standing here, I'm fixed here because I can't move. Heaven. Oh. Wow, look at that. That is full on. Woo! Ew!
Thank you.